Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel Unique Bio Classes based on NCERT syllabus for PUC first and second year. If you like my channel, please subscribe, like and share and hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications as soon as videos are getting uploaded. Okay, we shall start today's class. In today's video, we are going to discuss about apomixis and polyembryony. As in the previous video, we have discussed about the seed and fruits, which we have discussed about this one. Now, this is page number 38. If you find here in my textbook, it is NCERT textbook and apomixis and polyembryony. Now, as we are discussing today, apomixis, first we shall discuss about this. Okay, apomixis. Now, what is this apomixis? Apomixis also comes under the seeds. Okay, as we have discussed about the seed in the last video. Here, the seeds which are produced, normal seeds, what we say, seeds are nothing but fertilized ovule. Is it? We have said seeds are nothing but the another name of seed is fertilized ovule, we said, which means ovule after getting fertilized, it is getting converted into seed, we said. But here in apomixis, some of the special plants are like that, which produce seeds without fertilization, which means there is no fertilization, but production of seeds are there. Ovule is getting converted into seed. That process we call it as apomixis. Okay, production of seeds without fertilization, we call it as apomixis. Okay, I'll mention here. Production of seeds without fertilization. Without fertilization is called apomixis. Now this apomixis is similar to parthenocarpy. Parthenocarpic fruits. What we said, parthenocarpic fruits, the fruits which have developed without fertilization. Similarly, apomixis here is that seeds which have been developed without fertilization. Now, how is it possible? We shall see here. Before that, here, apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction. Okay, it is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics sexual reproduction. Okay, apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction. Why asexual reproduction we are saying? Because here there is no fertilization. When there is no fertilization, then there is no fusion of gametes, right? There is no fusion of gametes in asexual reproduction. Fusion of gametes is there in sexual reproduction. No fusion of gametes will find in asexual reproduction. Apomixis is a form of asexual reproduction which mimics sexual reproduction. It is mimicking like sexual reproduction. Okay, fine. Now, it is found in specially species of Asteraceae and grasses. Asteraceae and grasses will show this apomixis, right? Okay, then in some species what happens, the diploid egg cells is formed. In some species diploid egg cell is formed. Now how does this diploid egg cell is formed? If you remember embryo sac, which we have drawn something like this, in this embryo sac we said synergids and an egg cell. We said egg cell is haploid, right? Always the gametes will be haploid. So here we are saying diploid egg cell. In some of the species what happens, rather than forming an haploid egg cell, it forms a diploid egg cell. Okay, how does it form a diploid egg cell? Because they does not undergo reduction division. What is that reduction division? Meiosis. Okay, while undergoing gametogenesis, during the formation of this egg, there must be a meiosis takes place. But here what happens, to form a diploid egg cell, there is no meiosis, it takes place mitosis and it forms a diploid egg cell. If there is a diploid egg cell, then this egg cell itself will develop into a seed. Okay, now there is no need of fertilization. If there is a haploid egg cell, then there is a fusion of male gamete with that, then it will become a zygote. Now that zygote we said it is diploid, right? We said something like this. Now this zygote will develop into an embryo and it will be converted into seed. Is it? It will be having, it is present inside the seed. Now here there is a fertilization. Because it is having diploid egg cell, directly there is a formation of seed. So there is a formation of an embryo, diploid embryo, without fertilization. Okay, so that also you can find. Now I shall give significance. Significance of what? Significance of apomixis. Okay, significance of apomixis. In that first one, what is the major significance of this? There is no variation. Is it variation when you will find then when two gametes are fusing? Here there is no variation because it is a type of asexual reproduction. It is coming under asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction we said there is no variation because there is only one parent. So it leads to no variation. Homozygous are obtained. Homozygous are obtained. Okay, homozygous, which are having the same parental characteristics without any variation, without any getting mixing up, without having any hybrid quality. Race may be retained. Race may be retained, and useful in hybrid industry. Used in hybrid industry. These are some of the significances which you can give for apomixis. Why there is no variation? Because only one parent is involved. Homozygous are obtained because homozygous, how we can get this, especially as if you wanted to have, we have discussed about the mango. Okay, there is a one mango which is having very good taste, which is of large size, which quality, quantity, everything is very good of that mango peaches. So if it is very good, now you don't want it to get mixed up with some other type of mango varieties. So if it undergoes sexual reproduction, pollination, cross pollination, if it takes place, then chances are that then it leads to variation. But if we wanted to retain the same characters without getting any mixed up with some other characters, so what we can do, we can proceed with this apomixis. Okay, so the same seed you are going to sow inside the soil and a new plant will grow and it will be having the same features as it is having. If it is undergoing pollination, then there are chances that it can lose the what quality it has actually in the parent. Okay, so homozygous variety can be obtained. Its particular race or type, variety or particular species can be retained for a longer, and it is used in hybrid industry because to get a hybrid varieties it is very difficult. It consumes lot of time and lot of money. So for that reason, this apomixis can help it to get it very easily. Okay. So what is apomixis? It is a process of production of seeds without fertilization. It is a form of asexual reproduction that mimics sexual reproduction. Example are species of Asteraceae and grass, and in some species direct diploid egg cell is formed rather than forming an haploid egg cell. And how does it has been formed? Without meiosis or without reduction division. These are the some of its significance. 2 mark question, 3 mark question you can get. What is apomixis? 1 mark question. Give an example for that, or what are its significance, and entrance exam question. These type of questions have been asked. Okay. Next I shall discuss about, we shall discuss about polyembryony. Okay, so here we have polyembryony. Polyembryony. Now that polyembryony, you will find it here. Okay, in the same textbook. Now what is this polyembryony? Occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed. Okay, if more than one embryo is present in a seed, we call it as polyembryony. Normally what we said, there is a seed, it consists of one embryo here, right? And here you will find there will be presence of endosperm. But if there is presence of more than one embryo, we call it as polyembryony. Occurrence of more than one embryo is referred as in a seed is called as polyembryony. Polyembryony was given by Leeuwenhoek. Okay, it was given by Leeuwenhoek in the year 1719. In the year 1719, Leeuwenhoek has given about the polyembryony. Now, how does this polyembryony is going to develop? Okay, especially in citrus fruits. In citrus fruits, you might have seen there are many number of seeds. Okay, many number of seeds are there. So you might have seen this, right? So how does this many number of seeds are found? Okay, here what happens? Nucellar cells or integuments which are surrounding to the embryo sac, they will start to protrude inside the embryo sac. Not only this, even you can find synergids. these are also involved in the formation of many embryos. Now how does it is present? I shall show you. This was the ovule, if you remember. Okay, something like this. This was the center one, was embryo sac, right? Now this embryo sac was covered by the type of cell called as nucellus. Hope you remember this. Nucellus, with its function was to provide nourishment for the growing embryo sac. Okay, now here what we are saying, this nucellar cells will protrude inside. These are present outside actually. What does they do? They will enter inside. Okay, they'll protrude inside and become and try to act like an embryo. Okay, now this can become an embryo. That is one about nucellar cells. Another one is integuments. These are those integuments. Hope you remember. These integuments can protrude inside and they can become an embryo. Okay, one more is synergids. In this embryo sac, I am drawing it once again here separately. Synergids are present here. This was the egg cell, right? These were the synergids. Both the synergids were haploid. These synergids, they can get converted into embryo. They can become like an embryo. These cases are rare, and in few of the plants you will find this. Either nucellar cells can get involved in the formation of an embryo, integuments or synergids. And here what egg cell is present, that will get fertilized, and that egg cell can become an embryo after forming a zygote and continues. This will be there. But what we are saying, many number of embryos in one seed. So how does many number of embryos will get? One embryo is from the egg cell, and other embryo it can be from synergids, and one more embryo can be from the nucellar cells, and one more embryo can be from integuments. Okay, these are involved in the formation of an embryos. So this is how occurrence of more than one embryo in a seed, it can be because of nucellar cells, integuments or synergids, is called as polyembryony. Now nucellar cells which are there, these nucellar cells are diploid. Okay, integuments are also diploid. Synergids, these are haploid. Okay, synergids, because these are present inside the embryo sac, so these two both are haploid, and these nucellar cells are diploid. Integuments are also diploid, right? So the embryo which is formed from nucellar cells, it is haploid or diploid? It is diploid. Embryo will be diploid. Okay, if an embryo is formed from integuments, it will be diploid. If embryo is formed from synergids, then that embryo will be haploid, because there is no fertilization, no gamete is fusing with this, but that cells itself are getting converted into embryo. In that case, this will be the ploidy of those embryos which have been formed from different cells rather than forming from the egg cell. If it is formed from the egg cell after fertilization, then it will be diploid. Okay, so this is what polyembryony. Now reasons of polyembryony. Okay, reasons of polyembryony. In reasons of polyembryony, I have mentioned it here. Cleavage of zygote. Sometimes the zygote, here the egg cell after fertilization, it can lead to the formation of zygote. Now this zygote, after fertilization, the zygote, it might divide into two new embryos. Rather than forming one embryo, it can form two new embryos or many more embryos. This might be the one reason. The next reason is here. Embryo appears from synergids and antipodal cells. Okay, embryo can appear from synergids and antipodal cells. Sometimes antipodal cells are also involved in the formation of an embryo. Okay, next, it may be fertilized by additional pollen tube. Synergids and antipodal cells, they can get fertilized, may be fertilized. If it is not getting fertilized directly, it can develop into an embryo, as I have said earlier. If it is getting fertilized, like antipodal cells are getting fertilized or synergids are getting fertilized, it might be because of one more pollen tube, two pollen tubes if they have entered. In that case, its pollen tube, it will release its gamete, then it will get fertilized with the synergids or antipodal cells, then there are chances that it can form a embryo. Okay, then cells of nucellus and integuments develop into embryo. As I have said earlier, cells of integuments and nucellar cells can develop into an embryo. So what we have discussed here, that is here in the form of reasons for polyembryony. Cleavage of zygote, embryo appear from synergids and antipodal cells which may be fertilized by additional pollen tube. Cells of nucellus and integument develop into an embryo. It is quite light, that's why I am reading it once again. Next, significance. Significance of what? Significance of polyembryony. Okay, significance of polyembryony. First one, it is used in plant breeding and horticulture. Second one, to raise homozygous individuals. To raise homozygous individuals. Okay, next, third one, provide genetically uniform seeds. Provide genetically uniform seeds. Fourth one, used in crop improvement. Okay, now first one, plant breeding and horticulture. Plant breeding, we have discussed about this with artificial hybridization by mass production and pairing by using hybrid methods. Okay, for plant breeding and horticulture, to raise homozygous individuals to get a same type of without any variation, as we have discussed in Apomixis. Provide genetically uniform seeds. If it is not getting fertilized, as I have said about these cells, they are itself getting converted into embryo, then there are chances that it is not getting any changes in its characteristics. Crop improvement, to improve the crop variety, we can have this. Okay, so in this, what you can find in polyembryony, it is mostly to get a hybrid variety especially. Now it is mimicking the Apomixis, as you can find in a hybrid variety. If you wanted to get hybrid plants, okay, now these hybrid plants are we have to get by spending a lot of time. Like we have to choose a male plant, we have to choose a female plant, and it must have the desired characteristics in that. Then transfer pollen grains from anther to stigma. Then you have to take care completely without having any contamination on that flower. Then it should produce fruits. Then those fruits should undergo dehiscence. Then it has to release its seeds. Then seeds should undergo dormancy period. After dormancy, then seed will germinate, then it will grow into a new plant. It takes some years. Okay, it is and then you have to check whether it is having the desired character or not, or it is having some other variations also. So that takes a lot of time. So rather than going with this, but hybrid varieties, seeds, hybrid varieties are very much more selling seeds are present in the market. So that's why, but by going the artificial hybridization is taking a lot of time. So that's why they are going with the polyembryony and Apomixis. Okay, so this is very important. What is polyembryony? 1 mark question. And what are the reasons behind it, and what is its significance? These questions have been asked in the previous exams. Very important both, and very easiest, Apomixis and polyembryony. Then you have about that hybrid industry, some information you have. You can go through about that also, if the information is there in your textbook. Now this was the last topic which was there in your second chapter, that was sexual reproduction in flowering plants. And I asked this chapter have been completed. I suggest you all to go through the previous year question papers and make a list of those questions, and try to search for the answers and make a complete note of it, so that it can be helpful for your exams. Okay, if you have any queries, any doubts, please comment it in the comment box. We shall meet in the next video with a new chapter. Stay safe, stay healthy.